Hello everybody, it's me again, Ida Andersen Lang, here with the Drawing TV of today. So, what are we gonna talk about? You know, there is one thing that comes up again and again and again and again, I think, in many people's lives, people who practice some kind of creativity or art, and that is how to find your own style. And that is quite a puzzle, right? And I think, first of all, in these days, we have to consider that we live in a time where we can be, influenced daily, maybe 20, 30, 40 times a day if we choose to be open for it, by other people's so-called styles, artistical styles, if we follow a lot of artists on social media and so on and so on. And that can really be a time consumer, and it can also be kind of a bewilderment, because where are you in all this? All you want to do, of course, is find your personal style, but you really need to question, can you find your personal style by looking at other people's style? That is a really great question. And I think that during the ages it has been, the style of art has been like a torch that has been carried on from artist to artist during the long history of art. And it is clear that you can see that many great artists has been greatly influenced by other artists, either in their own time or artists that was from the past that they admire. And that is totally natural. But again, I think it's important to remember that things have changed, and we live in an extremely dense environment when it comes to pictures, to social media, in particular. So what I would like to talk about is some very simple practices for trying to find your own style from within. And I'm going to give you one clue today, and then there are two more clues. Two more clues that you will get in the next two Drawing TVs. So, apart from being inspired from other people's art, which can be great, but also it can lead to some kind of analysis paralysis, or paralysis by analysis, that you spend the majority of your time thinking about style, thinking about influences and how you can develop your style, instead of just getting to practice. And now what I am very concerned about here in my art teaching facility here is to master the core elements of drawing. And there are many parts, many moving parts, and many important things in drawing, but there are three key components, three cornerstones, and that is to practice the perception and how to draw your forms, the forms you see, the lines, the contours that is kind of making up the forms, and then of course light and shade, or what we in more drawing terms call value. That is a whole subject in itself, but the distribution of light and shadow on your drawing. So if you really practice and put aside all external influence, really put it aside, and devote time to practice your own execution of form, contour, and the joking with the light and shade in your drawing, that will naturally lead to your own style, because it comes from within. And you might be very surprised at what is your natural personal style, because it might not be the same as what you admire externally, but there is something some natural expression in you that wants to come out. And you can only find that from really, really practicing the core elements of drawing. I promise, it helps. It really does work. There are other things, but this is really key. So practice, put aside time to practice your forms, the contours in your drawings, and how to distribute light and shadow, and how to manually get it on your drawing. That will lead to your personal or natural style or expression. And it might be very surprising where it leads you, but I really recommend you to try this, carve out time for it, and really, really practice. Then things will start to happen. That was the clue of today in today's Drawing TV about finding your own, or should we say natural style. And in the next 2 episodes, I'm going to give you 2 more clues. And together, these 3 clues are something that is really, really important to find your own way in art, in drawing, in painting. So have a lovely day, do a lot of drawing practice, and see you later.